So let's see how till now we were shooting in the program mode. Till now we were shooting in the program mode. So we were not adjusting anything except zoom in, zoom out. Maybe sometimes we were using the focus. But you can see here there are many options. So as soon as you click the P, you can see there is a program mode, time value, TV mode, aperture value, AV mode, manual M, and then you have portrait, sports, snow, sun, beach, low light. Like this you have so many other fireworks. Like this you have so many options. So let's check the major options. In program mode you don't have to do anything. The camera will take care of the shutter speed, iris, and other settings. But once you choose the TV mode, now you have the option to change the shutter speed. You can see the shutter speed here, it says 1 by 100. So if you press function, you have the shutter on top, and then you can see you can change the shutter speed. So now I have kept it to 1 by 250. So I've kept it at 1 by 250. So you can see the setting is 1 by 250. The camera has kept the setting at 1 by 250, right? So now let's see what happens if we change the aperture value. So here the aperture, when you're dealing with video, it's called as the iris. So once you turn on AV mode, let's press function and see you have the iris. So iris, you can see here it has aperture. It starts with 1.8, 2, 2.8, 4, and then it goes to ND. So ND filters are built-in filters, neutral density filters. So we use them when the outside is very dark. We use them when the outside is very bright. So it's a very bright day. At that time we go for ND filters. Otherwise we don't use the ND filter. So this is the aperture value, and then you have the manual. So till now in program everything is controlled by the automatically by the camera. In TV you control the shutter and the other things are controlled by the camera. In AV you control the aperture or iris, and the other settings are controlled by the camera. When we go to manual, you can see now the screen becomes dark because you are controlling the aperture and shutter. So let me go to function. You can see iris. So iris we have kept it at 1.8, no problem. And then we have the shutter. So shutter speed is at 1 by 250. So we are going to keep it somewhere around 1 by 50 maybe. Yes. So we have shutter speed, iris as well. So now we are controlling the shutter speed and the iris in the manual mode. Then you have so let's jump back to shutter speed mode, time value. So here you can see there is exposure compensation. So this is same as in photos. So if you move it along the plus, the picture is going to be brighter. If you move it along the minus, the picture is going to be darker than the normal value. So we can use this whenever we have a complex lighting and the scene is not the footage is coming out darker or brighter than expected. At that time, if you are in aperture value or time value mode, you can come and use the exposure compensation. But the exposure compensation is not present during the manual mode, because in manual mode you are doing all the work, so you don't need an exposure compensation to work for you, because you are adjusting everything and you are working on it, right? So these are the different shooting modes in your uh, Handycam XA65.